Hi everyone. So this specific video is with regards to CAT con preparation plan if you're starting from July. My name is Patrick. I scored 100% till 6 times. So fairly comfortable with the CAT as such. I scored multiple times 100% even the con section. So again comfortable with that area. So this is just to help you make a plan. So if you're starting from July, this will maybe help you plan your preparation. If you already started, this will again help you to some extent in your preparation. So, what should be a daily plan be? So, if I'm looking at purely quant, 2 to 4 hours daily is what I expect for quant. The time for quant is slightly more as compared to other areas because quant has a higher amount of syllabus. So, you need to spend that extra time for quant. But yes, if you feel you're good and strong at quant, you can always spend less time. I mean, for those who are fundamentally clear and spend more time on the other areas. Also, apart from that, 10 to 15 minutes of mental calculation is what I recommend because if your calculations are fast, one is you get better methods to solve, second is you become faster and therefore you save more time. Saving more time in a time based test is also basically means you can solve more questions. So, these are two areas where you need to practice as far as con preparation is concerned. So syllabus. Try and complete your syllabus by end of August. Fairly, that's the time period. So that you have further 2.5 months plus. So to focus on mocks and other areas. That is very important. So the second part of the CAT preparation is very important. So that means you need to try to complete the first part of the preparation as far as possible by end of August. Just focus on understanding fundamentals. That's very important. Don't try to go too much into difficult sums, etc. Solve easy sums, try to understand them, try to see how to solve them. If possible, try to get better methods, but don't get into too much of tough sums because one, it will take you a lot of time and you may not be able to complete a topic in a given time frame. Second, normally in the examination, the key is to pick up easy sums and solve and leave a tough sums. So that's what we'll do. So focus on easy sums and possibly medium level sums, but skip the tough sums for right now as far as possible. Yeah, if you feel you have time and if you feel you're fundamentally very good already, maybe you can take up tough sums if you want. My recommendation is keep tough sums for later. Ensure that you keep to the deadlines even if you don't complete a chapter. So you feel that I'm not comfortable with the topic, I need more time. Still skip to the next topic. Whatever is left over, maybe you can do after the syllabus is complete. So when you're in September, October, when you're writing the mocks, you can come back and revise the topic if you feel you're not comfortable. But right now, just focus on simple basic fundamentals because what comes in the examination is basic fundamentals, not exotic formulas and all don't come in the exam. So unfortunately, what happens is students waste a lot of time in preparing for tougher things that never come in the examination and that you cannot afford to do it right now. Okay. So binomial theorems, Chinese theorems, all that don't come in the exam. It's there in the book, but don't come in the exam. So focus on fundamentals, understand the basics, and move ahead. So as in when you solve the mocks, if you realize there's some areas you don't know, you can come back. If you're not comfortable with a topic, which no one is, to be very frank, you ask me, am I comfortable with a topic? No. I can easily score a 99.9998 or even 100% in a con section. But there will always be some question in every topic where I will not be able to solve. So don't worry about it, even if you're not comfortable. Just focus on completing the syllabus. Maybe you can come back to it later. If you realize I'm emphasizing to be on time and complete the syllabus, that's what's more important. Because the second part of syllabus is important. And to start with second part of syllabus, I normally recommend that you do at least basics of each topic. Will give you a fair idea as to how to complete the topics in maybe 1.5 months time. Given a number of days per topic. Maybe you can start with averages. Okay, start with average percentage profit and loss interest ratio. Maybe number system can go after ratio, and then accordingly you can prepare. Yeah, the initial topics right from arithmetic are slightly more important. Of late, there are more questions on arithmetic. Geometry normally has around 6 to 7 questions out of 34 questions, so around 20% of the questions on geometry. And then there is modern maths and other things. So most of the weightage is normally for the arithmetic, right? So you can follow this particular schedule which I mentioned for preparation. So maybe 2 days averages, do as much possible in 2 days. First day little theory, maybe a few sums. Second day maybe solve more sums, and then skip and go to next topic. Try to solve varied type of sums so that you understand different kind of sums that are there. That's more important. And skip. Remember, if you spend maybe 5 days for averages, you will never be able to complete a syllabus. So don't get into too depth of a topic. Just understand the topic, do as much possible, and move to next topic. That's what is important. Syllabus, stick to your schedule as far as possible. When you're completing the syllabus, whatever is mentioned, avoid. You can come back to a topic in the revision phase. If you feel you're not comfortable, come back to a topic during the revision phase. That's perfectly all right. Right now, as far as possible, stick to the schedule, even if you feel you're not comfortable with any particular topic. The mistakes that people do when they prepare for the con section, spend too much time on one topic. So we start with a topic, we go on, and we spend too much time not realizing that you will get less time for the topics, or you will get less time for stage two. So avoid that. They focus too much on quantity rather than quality. They feel, okay, if I solve 50 sums or 40 sums, I'll be good at it. Quantity doesn't matter at all. So don't think the more you solve, the better it is. It's the quality. You understand the fundamental that's more important than the quality. So try to solve very few sums which are there from each topic. That should suffice. Spending too much time on tough sums, avoid. People take a tough sum and keep on trying to solve tough sums. Technically, they may not even solve those sums in the examination. So it doesn't make sense to, beat their head on. So pick up simple sums, understand the fundamentals, and move ahead. That's what is important. Even when I get tough sums, I skip it. I basically try it out. I don't get it, I skip it. I don't try to beat my head on it. It doesn't make sense. So move ahead. That's what is important. Practice and solve concepts that are not expected in CAT. A lot of people focus on a lot of tougher sums. Again, and a lot of these tough sums don't come in the exam. They focus on formulas. They make a formula book. A lot of difficult formulas. The one basic way to understand whether something is there in your topic or not is, was that topic there in your school level? If it was there in your school level, then it can come in the CAT. If it was not in the school level, it may not come in the CAT. Let's be very clear with that. So that's a one way of understanding things as such. So remainder theorem, binomial theorem, Bayes system, trigonometric formulas, the tough trigonometric formulas not required, not coming in the exam. So why do you want to solve those? Right. Next video we'll try to do is schedule for the DILR section. So we'll prepare a schedule, and maybe after post that we'll do a verbals so that you are prepared for each of the three sections which are there. Thank you.